Okay, in that case, then we'll start with Dr. Farah. Dr. Farah is, hold on, sorry, I'm so sorry. Dr. Nur Farah is going to talk more on the fellowship or training program. So she is a senior principal assistant director in the Ministry of Health. So she currently in charge of MOH subspecialty training program, which involves overall planning, placement and coordination of more than 100 subspecialty disciplines and more than 1,000 subspecialty trainees. So she will be presenting on behalf of Deputy Director of Medical Development Division. And I'm sure all the participants will benefit from the talk by Dr. Nur Farah. Okay, and then we will continue with Dr. Hairi after that.
Okay, terima kasih Prof. Prof. Dr. Nulaila.
Yeah,
Okay, yang berbahagia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang berbahagia Prof. Dr. Nulaila, thank you for the kind introduction as a moderator, and also Prof. Yang berbahagia Prof. Dr. Dayang Anita Abdul Aziz, Director Pusat Kepimpinan Wanita Tun Fatimah Hashim and Consultant of Pediatric Surgeon. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Muhammad Khairi, CEO MMC Malaysian Medical Council. Yang berbahagia Prof. Dr. Zarina Haji Abdul Latif. Yang berbahagia Prof. Madia Dr. Azarina, dan juga yang berusaha semua barisan urus setia yang telah bertungkus lumus untuk majlis pada hari ini. So I'm Dr. Farah from the Medical Development Division. I'm also the Secretariat for the MOH Subspecialty Training Program. So as already introduced earlier, I'm actually presenting on behalf of my boss. He's very sorry that he cannot attend this meeting today, because he has another meeting in with SCOMOS. He has to look into the, the housemanship training and so on. So I'll share my slide now. So I'll be talking about MOH subspecialty training program. So the objective is why do we need to have subspecialty services? So in MOH, we have three main reasons why we have to have a subspecialty services. Okay, first, number one is to increase the quality of care, because as we know, the subspecialty training as a subspecialist, you need to have more focus. It has to be more focused, and you have to deal with more complex and complicated case. So number one is to increase the quality of care, not just the basic specialty, but you have to increase focus and complex cases. Number two is to expand the services. Because of the increased burdens of disease and also the increased number of population, we need to increase the services, expand all over Malaysia. For instance, if before this we do have only 5 or 6 cardio centers, we have to expand up to 10 cardio centers. Same thing as other, let's say for instance, ONCO centers and things like that. And number three is for purpose of career development. So these are the three main reasons why we need to upgrade and to have subspecialty services. So this is just a graphic showing a continuum as a career as a doctor. So from medical student, 5 or 6 years as a medical student, you go into becoming house officer. House officer now, starting from 2008, it's a 2 years program, right? Housemanship training, and then after that, about 2 years of housemanship training, you will be a medical officer. And then after 1 or 2 years, you become specialist. And to become a subspecialist, to enroll into subspecialty training program, you have to have 2 years of post-gazettement, what do you call that, experience, 2 years experience as a specialist to apply to subspecialty training program in MOH. Okay, so currently there are more than 100 subspecialties in MOH, including 9 area of interest. The normally subspecialty training program, we have 3 to 4 years, 3 to maximum 4 years of training, of fully local, either fully local or combination local and overseas training. And also we have area of interest, which is a 1 year fully overseas training. So these are the training programs offered by the Ministry of Health. So it is a 20 years program. It has been there since 2000, and it has been formalized in 2001. and it has been done as apprenticeship, macam kita panggil on-job training lah. So as the years goes by, semakin banyak bidang pula diadakan di dalam program ni. Jadi as you can see, these are our stakeholders. In our technical committee will be dealing with setiap pengerusi jawatankuasa setiap bidang ni. Kalau surgery, if you can see breast endocrine, they have their own committee members, which is conjoined, which is also conjoined. That means there are representative from Ministry of Health, from the university, also from private sectors. Although not all are conjoined, but mostly are going to have conjoined committee members. So these are the training programs which are offered currently. So the duration of the program, paling short tu ialah 12 months, which is involve the program yang under area of interest, such as emergency medicine, forensic medicine, rehab, pathology, transfusion medicine, all under the area of interest. Fully oversee, training fully oversee. Okay, and as you can see, the 3 years program too, for most of the medical and surgical based related subspecialty areas are 3 years program, either fully local or combination local and overseas training. And yang the longest, the maximum one is 4 years training program, which involves subspecialties such as gastrohepato, cardiothoracic surgery, urology, and cardiology. These also involve either fully local or combination local and overseas training. So what's the entry criteria? What are the entry criteria to be enrolled in the subspecialty training program in Ministry of Health? So you have to undergo administrative and also technical criteria. From my side, we are technical committee. So we screening the technical part of the candidate. But administrative, if the candidate is from Ministry of Health, so they have to undergo apa yang kita panggil bahagian pengurusan latihan syarikat. Bahagian pengurusan latihan, I'm sure if our audience here are, mostly dah pernah melalui proses dengan BPL, whereby administrative screening for candidate for subspecialty training program would be you punya tata tertib, whether you have applied before and quit before, you will be penalized. That means 2 years you cannot apply, and you have to be screen your SKT and LMPT. What else? Apa-apa aspek-aspek pengurusan lah yang ada dalam buku servis tu mereka akan screen. And then for technical part, we will screen we will see your postgraduate qualification in the basic discipline, equivalent qualifications, macam Master Med, MRCP, all that lah. And then you have been gazetted as a specialist for at least 2 years. That means from the date of gazettement till the day you start your subspecialty training program with MOH, 2 years of experience. And then you have referee report from supervisors pertaining to suitability of candidates in terms of interest, experience, and attitude. Also availability of recognized training posts of the subspecialty training program. You have to see the accredited centers, whether it's enough to cater, as well as the trainer to trainee ratio. If it's available, then we will all the candidates will be enrolled. So how to apply for KKM trainee application is as usual, sama macam master's program ataupun tawaran A, B, C tu, through online via EHLP website lah. Okay, EHLP will be open every year in the month of July ataupun August. So every year pertengahan tahun tu kena get ready lah, boleh tengok dalam tawaran C kalau subspecialty training program. So this is my last slide. Tempoh ikatan kontrak ni, slide ni saya pinjam dari bahagian pengurusan latihan ni, sebab kami dari bahagian perkembangan perubatan we are technical. But this one I would like to share because for the preamble for the new candidates, before 2020, the penalty ikatan ganti rugi adalah sangat rendah, 35,000 sahaja atau 25,000 hingga 35,000. So starting from 2020, they have increased the ikatan dan ganti rugi penalty kerana trend peningkatan peletakan jawatan dan tiada return of investment kepada kerajaan, di mana kita mengalami kerugian lah. Maknanya we keep on producing specialists so they can resign. So, and then dia mengganggu perancangan KKM dan perancangan negara untuk yang macam tadilah to cater the service. When we expand the service, not enough people to go and work there, something like that. Therefore, this is apa kita panggil tempoh ikatan perjanjian ganti rugi yang baru mulai sesi 2020. Yang senior from January 2020, they have signed this sort of agreement. On the left side, sepenuhnya dalam negara. Jadi untuk tempoh pengajian yang 3 tahun atau 4 tahun tadi, 3 tahun kalau kita panggil tadi neuro, infectious disease 3 years, 4 years for gastrohepato tadi, ikatan ganti rugi dia adalah ikatan perjanjian dengan kerajaan dalam 4 tahun or 500,000 penalty if the candidate did not finish on time ataupun tidak kita panggil tidak berjaya dengan jaya, tidak tamat dengan jaya. That means if you quit in between training or ditamatkan kerana fail, kerana incompetent, gagal tamat dengan jayanya 500,000. So combination dalam dan luar negara, yang kedua dan ketiga tu sama ada minimum 36 months ataupun melebihi 48 bulan. Ni yang kalau ada extension lah. Extension tu dia punya ikatan dengan kerajaan pun akan meningkat lah 6 tahun. Tetapi sekiranya tidak berjaya tamat dan tempoh tu seperti yang tertera dalam perkara yang nombor 2 dengan 3 tu melebihi 48 bulan, so dia dalam around 600 to 700,000. This is it can be prorate, bukannya macam you kena bayar lump sum lah, maknanya ni adalah prorate sahaja. Maknanya if you tak tamat dalam masa tahun kedua, tahun ketiga, so it can be prorate and it can be negotiated with task force BPL. And the last one is sepenuhnya luar negara tu 12 months. Sepenuhnya luar negara for area of interest lah. And the one I mentioned just now, emergency medicine, pathology, transfusion medicine, and rehab medicine and nuclear medicine. Ikatan dengan kerajaan 3 tahun saja kontrak, atau if you didn't finish complete dengan jayanya, ganti rugi sebanyak 250,000. Oh, itu saja slide saya. So I shall stop my slide now. Stop sharing.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Farah.